Welcome back to another Falcon and Winter Soldier watch along with my two good buddies. My number one main man right here, Roundhouse. Give it a wave if you're awake. And of course,
Man,
and of
man.
we have my best friend, Mr. Chad Douglas, aka the Political Shield. That's right. And of course, I'm Echo Ninja, the ninja that's kicking it with you all day, every day. And we are going to hit up episode 4. The
Mm.
whole world is watching. A very big brother type title. And maybe we might see Team Jackass, the leader of Team Jackass, lose his shit finally.
He's
I mean,
already
I mean, we
By the
only
way,
got.
don't mind me. I'm gonna be yawning constantly. So
Oh, people know this is early, so but we got 2 more episodes after this, guys, until the final episode. And they, from what other people say, I guess they got to step it up a little bit more. Because the show is at a little bit of a slower pace than say like WandaVision, but it's a different genre of than WandaVision is. I mean, this show is more of the espionage and spy and all the other stuff and more political. So it's like it's trying to tell the story at a different type of rate.
yeah,
I
you
I
can't rush a show. You can't rush
no,
a show that does that because when
yeah,
you do it, it fucks up.
exactly. And that's I'm enjoying the show. I mean, and every time, like, because I watch it more than once, and every time I watch each episode, I find new stuff in it that I didn't see before. So and I guess those people who want it to be faster, they're expecting it to be like the Avengers or something like that. It's 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 focusing on separate characters now instead of a whole group of people all at once.
I'm gonna say this: people just need to watch the show and enjoy it. Although I would like 10 episodes, but you could just watch the show, or you
Uh-oh.
could
Shut the
shut the
fuck
fuck
up.
up.
it's a six it's a hour. The way they built this was a 6-hour movie. So
Exactly.
so I'm not expecting the majority of action to happen until they make it to the third act, which is probably gonna be around episode 5 or
5, yeah.
6.
Exactly.
So my God, like people just don't know how to be patient a little bit. And it is not even to say this thing is slow. Like WandaVision was real slow, like real
Like
slow,
the
and
first 3 episodes. Yeah.
right. And all of a sudden it just shot up.
First
Just like
4 episodes was slow with
right,
WandaVision.
right. And
But I
then
still stuck with it.
I personally have no issues with the pacing of these episodes. I
No.
Hey,
mean, I can't even say if it's a slow burn because every episode has had at least one action scene.
At
right.
least. Yeah.
But you have to have that type of like the progression of this show has to be that way because there's a lot to explain because you can miss something and be like, oh, they didn't explain that. Yes, they did. You weren't paying attention.
Exactly. Because I know some people, they were saying, oh, I was trying to watch the first episode and I kept like falling asleep at the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all like, well, I mean, you gotta just shuffle through that first episode because the second episode is actually really good. If you watch
Yeah.
it, if you get past it.
Not to mention, I'll say this: there's a shit ton of comic book references, and you can miss some of it if you're not paying attention.
True.
And because they throwing stuff at you like like
Right.
somebody just want to get stuff off you like, ugh, take this shit.
but yeah, that's what I've been hearing on the grapevine. But you know what? I'm enjoying it. You guys are enjoying it. And
I'm
the
not
people
enjoying this bird though.
and the people who why don't you go out and cook it? I don't know. And why and the people who are watching us watch this, they seem to be enjoying it too, some of them. So So without further ado, we're gonna get started on the show right now. Remember to like, share, subscribe. We are reaching the 500 subscriber mark again. Also, congratulations to my boy Roundhouse. He's reached 400, 400 followers for his Twitch.
Yay!
You can go meet him at twitch.tv/here Roundhouse84. So you can support him a little bit more. And also, my good buddy over here, the Political Shield, he's on every Friday night, right? Every Friday night, every
Yeah.
Friday night at 8 on Facebook Live, sometimes on Saturday, depending, but mostly every Friday night at 8. Okay, so
I'm gonna keep going.
what? Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Don't worry, I'm gonna cut this part out.
That bird, fucking bird.
He's like, I'm gonna kill that fucking bird.
I'm gonna kill the bird.
Without any further ado, like I said, we're gonna get started. It happens to me too. On The Whole World Is Watching, episode 4, season 1 of The Falcon and Winter Soldier. Team Jackass.
I'm doing the Zemo dance.
Oh yeah, the Zemo did. Yo, you know they put on
Hour.
Yeah, Marvel like took put out a whole hour of him dancing. It was like the deleted scenes that they never put in. But
It was
anyway,
so cute though. I was like,
it was too funny. But we'll get on that later. Let's just get on the show. All right. And right now.
so she watched over.
I'm breaking up for
She helped him through that.
I'm glad that she's, well, yeah. He was making the break. Trying to,
Of course he's gone.
You completely leave him unguarded. Good job, Captain.
Uh-oh.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course he's gonna take it. He's gonna take it.
Should I put down the shield? Make it fair.
Oh.
Wow. Really?
Whoa!
Well, there's the Dora.
Dora Milaje don't have jurisdiction.
The Dora Milaje have jurisdiction wherever the Dora Milaje find themselves.
Ooh!
Okay. Look, I think we got off on the wrong foot. They weren't even super soldier.
You suck.
Yep.
Team Jackass, you just suck.
They weren't even super soldiers. Nope, they weren't. Oh, yeah, he took it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh shit.
Oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Eh?
Oh yeah, he did. He is dead.
He did hit that fucking.
It wasn't me.
It
wasn't me.
Wow. Good job, Captain America.
Oh no.
In front of everybody.
No nice music in this one. Holy
Mm-mm.
shit.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That's wow. 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 that I knew it was gonna be bad. I didn't know it was gonna be that fucking bad.
Hey, that shield has had alien blood on it too.
Bro, but it didn't have blood on it from a human with other people watching like that.
But it has alien blood. It has
Yeah,
had
yeah. Not that one, but the other one did. But holy crap, can you believe that?
funny. Last time we seen that happen was it was happening to Tony, but he did it to the reactor just to stop him from moving.
Yeah. But Lamar, R.I.P. Lamar Hoskins, yo.
He got punched. You talking all that shit till you got punched in your chest, nigga.
Then it's oh man, that was tough, yo. That was really,
Oof.
really
I
messed.
thought he was gonna get it like breathe a little bit after that, but nah, bro.
Nah, man. He got punched hard and hit that pillar even harder.
He was, and because I think when he got punched, cracked the chest, right, and then hitting the pillar.
She punched him so hard, she pretty much like
Cracked his
went
vertebrae.
past all the shock protection and just hit him dead in the chest. It was the pillar that fucking screwed him up.
Mhm.
It was the pillar that killed him.
Yeah, it was a pillar that killed him. He could have still probably survived if he didn't hit that pillar like that.
Man.
He would have been hurt.
Yeah,
hurt. Yeah, he flew across the room.
but
it was that pillar.
wow. So okay. The world is watching, people. Like what? Okay, so I'm gonna start. First of all, I'm gonna start with Chad here. He might have a lot to say because I mean there was a lot going on here. What did you think of the episode and some of the things from a military standpoint that you can place in?
I've seen people just be impetulant and just and get so caught up. They just need patience. And one thing I know is when it comes to certain things, Americans tend not to be very patient.
Mm.
Captain Jackass.
Yep, Captain Jackass.
It was in my personal opinion, arrogant, impetuous, and he underestimated the enemy. All he had to do was wait. People are really surprised when you get results, when you just be vulnerable and just talk. And not only that, like one thing, and I talk about this with my wife all the time, power reveals who you are. Who you are with it and who you are without it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. People were surprised by President Trump about how he wielded the presidency.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about mostly Republicans, in the sense that they thought that he would be more presidential. Right. No. Power doesn't make you more reverent. Power just reveals who you are. Me as a supervisor, what do I do to wield that power? I don't go around trying to boss everybody what to do. But people come to me like, hey, I need time off to do this. Hey, I need to do that. I can't tell you enough the pleasure I get being able to say, hey, go ahead and take that day off. Hey, go ahead. You got a family issue. Knock this out and then get the hell out of here. What are you doing here?
Right.
That gives me great pleasure to be able to say that. And there are many times where, just a couple of weeks, just last week, I had one of my guys was in the middle of doing something and he couldn't come back home in time. Then he called me up. He was like, hey, can you just take care of this portion and I'll come in on the later portion? And I said, all right, I'm here. You're gonna pay for it though, but I got it. without a second hesitation. And for me, that gives me great pleasure to be able to help somebody else. out, even if it's just for a few hours. Captain Jackass
Mm-hmm.
is a very dangerous person. I understand in his mind, he wants to do right.
Yeah.
But for me, what it seems like is that he's trying to prove to everybody else, including himself, that he's worthy. And that's a very dangerous person because you don't prove to people that you're worthy. You just are.
Right.
Thor proved that fact.
Exactly.
You're either you're worthy or you're not. Steve Rogers proved that he was worthy by not trying to be worthy. He just was.
And and the funny thing is, it's funny how you mentioned Thor. Ever since Avengers: Age of Ultron, Thor knew Cap was worthy to pick up the hammer, but he was all like, all right, he's trying not to overstep. Okay, I got it. I completely agree with what you're saying and with that. Al, what about you? What did you feel about this episode here?
So much. Okay, so
Not too much. Just bring it down to bite size.
Just to start off, Zemo, I knew it.
Of course.
I knew Zemo was gonna be, he's gonna find a way to get out of there.
Yeah.
Dora Milaje, awesome. Just seeing him again and really just fucking everybody up. Walker, it's weird. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna just say it the way I'm gonna say it. Walker is the antithesis of what America really represents in some people in America, and that power, not understanding shit and overstepping. I think a lot of times when we look at things that happen in international affairs, sometimes America probably oversteps, and sometimes I think that happens a lot, and Walker kind of represents that shit,
Right.
especially when it comes to power corrupting and like even him talking about taking the serum. I think for one thing, he took the serum and didn't give what's the name the serum, even though he said he would take it.
Well, no shit, he died.
Yeah, and it's I would say like it kind of fucked him up right then and there when he just died because it was like he could have gave him some of the serum, that way he would have, they would have he would have been alive. But the fact that he took all of it and didn't give what's the name some of it, even though he is like, yeah, I'll take it. You let your man die. You let a soldier die on your watch.
And the guilt that he must have been feeling is heartbreaking. I'm 100% sure about that.
He couldn't prevent it. That's the other thing too. He thinks just because he took the soldier serum that he could have prevented it. He couldn't have prevented it. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's weird. We don't see where Zemo went, but we know he disappeared, and the fact that he disappeared, and
No, he'll be found again.
the Dora Milaje is tracking him now.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're on him, like getting tracking him down to get to him, and we don't know where he's going to be at now. So just wait and see. But the fact that it was weird. I actually thought he was going to take the serum himself, but the fact he don't like super soldiers, so he's just breaking all the vials. And I was like, okay, so what's his other plan? Because now I'm just like, okay, it's not the fact that he can, I thought that his ultimate plan was going to be like to get in charge of all the super soldiers, that he can control them. No. So now I'm confused about his plan. So now I'm just curious about what he plans to do.
That's what makes him such a great villain, because you never know what's gonna happen with him.
But here's the thing: Zemo's plan has been straight from the beginning. He
Ex-
doesn't want superheroes. Now, as he said, Steve was the exception.
yeah,
He said, "No, Steve was the exception. That is his plan." To me, what he did, actually, had he taken the vial, I would have been surprised.
me too.
I would have been greatly shocked.
That would have been completely out of
He
character.
has proven from Civil War he doesn't want power. Power is not what he craves. He's a baron, so he already has power. Power is not what he craves. He's trying to. He's grieving over over his family, over what happened in Age of Ultron, and he's like, no more superheroes. Like superheroes need to be destroyed. Now, if you listen to his conversation and you listen to how he speaks, you can tell that one, he empathizes with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I don't think he sees Sam as a threat at all. But someone like Bucky, he does view Bucky as a threat, but I don't think he'll do anything to Bucky anymore.
Right.
I don't think he'll go after Bucky.
Right.
I think I.
It's almost like he's trying to put them on a path, like his own, in a way. Make them understand the way he understands the world in a way.
Exactly. And if you listen to what he was saying, and if you listen to what he was saying about Carly, the fact that she took the serum, right? The fact that she took the serum, um, for Zemo's standpoint, is she's going down the wrong path.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky didn't have a choice. The thing was was placed on him. He didn't have a choice. So Zemo ain't gonna mess with him too much, even though he's a super soldier. And as he said, Steve, to a certain standpoint, may not have been corruptible, but he's also proved he wasn't perfect either, because he held on to that secret.
Of course. Yeah.
He was part of the machine, if you want.
Yeah. Right. So Zemo's plan has been straight all along. He's telling you exactly what his plan is. So anything he does that deviates that, for me, would be a surprise. But him destroying those serums, definitely Zemo. But now,
my thing with his plan is that he had, my only thing is like, I don't like, because he has a plot, he has a plan, but it's just not clear yet. And that's the thing, because he got away. Okay, I knew that was gonna happen somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was gonna happen somehow. But every time they kind of teased us every time it happened, though, too, right? Oh, he off the handcuffs, ready to go. He's walking around. Where is he at? Nobody can see him. They teased us every time, and now it finally happened that he actually just got away.
Right.
So the ultimate plan is like, I don't know what his ultimate plan is. Is he going to try to find the power broker? Is he the power broker? It's a whole thing. I don't know. That's what I mean. Like a plan. Honestly, I heard some rumors, and I can expect it. Someone said some people say the power broker is Ross.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that, but the way he that message sounded, it doesn't sound like someone like Ross to say that, though. Because
you like Metal Gear so much.
Yeah.
So anything when it comes to these Ross or
these characters or Big Boss.
Yeah, the war economy is when you think about war, the war economy gives America money, or they spend money for it. So in Ross' situation, it could be a win-win.
But here's the difference, though, between that. With Big Boss was all about the soldiers. The soldiers were he felt that the soldiers weren't getting a fair shot when they were brought back home. He felt that they never had a home, they never had a purpose, and then he felt that he can make a home for them, a haven, so they can always have a purpose in the world. Now with Ross, all Ross wants to do is create that super soldier serum more and more and more. Now here's the reason why how it can't be Ross. Well, not can't be. I don't want to say can't be. I don't want to say that because you never know. But the reason why I feel that it can't be Ross is that Ross is the type of person who has resources, like almost unlimited resources. I mean, the guy is he's Secretary of State, probably something more nowadays. The guy already has enough power as it is, but having that political power and then being some criminal under some criminal kingpin, that doesn't fit him. He Ross is the type of person who doesn't mind being in the spotlight about something.
No,
No.
He's not a spotlight person.
No. Spotlight, as in, when it comes to the super soldier serum, he wants to be in front of it. He wants to be in front of it. He did it in the Incredible Hulk. He did.
He's the machine who runs it, but he's not a person that's going to be completely like, oh, I'm in charge of it. But he's one person that's going to be like, I'm want to create something that I can control. And
that was John Walker.
That was not just John Walker. That was, that's the thing too. He's created, like, that's the thing with the power brokers, like the whole John Walker thing. He's creating a threat. That way John Walker can be looked at as being Captain America. It's completely like what Ross would do. It's not far-fetched.
I disagree too, but
I disagree completely. I think people are just trying to grab for straws and trying to make the power broker somebody powerful. Like I said from the beginning, I think the power broker is just some dude. It's just some rich white dude who is basically a nobody. Here's the thing. The United States doesn't need a threat. There is always a threat. The United States, if you look at the American history, like I think Thomas Jefferson said it best, like about permanent alliances, and talked about how we should build a country that doesn't have any permanent alliances. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody's going to have to go back and correct me, but I think it was Nixon who had went to China and told China, listen, if you look at the history of the United States, we really have no permanent enemies, which is true. Every person who's ever been an enemy of the United States at one point in time ended up being a friend or was a friend at one point in time. And they'll become a friend again eventually. The United States have no permanent enemy. Has never had a permanent enemy. So you don't need to conjure up a threat for the United States to step in. Trust me, there is a threat. There's always going to be a threat.
They always prepared for a threat.
or all they have to do is just look at one and make up one. So no, I don't think for Ross to be the power broker just doesn't make any sense. He doesn't need to be the power broker because he would have because he has the backing of the American government. That's one. And two, if the American government was like, well, you know what? I don't think that it's a good idea for us to deal with the super soldier serum. Ross is a former general. He'll salute, may not like it, Roger Dodger, but he'll comply.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe.
I don't think so.
I do not believe he would betray his country. I do not believe that.
It's not really. I don't think he's betraying the country, and that's the thing. What I'm saying is like it's not about.
It would be. actually would be if he were
creating a threat that you need to send someone to make America look good.
Yes, that would still be considered
I would
treason.
consider treason.
But that would still be treason because you are making a threat. What I'm saying is he doesn't need to make a threat, which is why I don't think he's a power.
I don't know.
He doesn't need to go behind America's back to create, because he creates a super, because the reason why he wanted to create the super, let's go back. The reason why Ross wanted to create the super soldier wasn't for him to control, but was for America to control. We try to make him out to be some major villain when he's not. He's just a patriotic fool.
He is a villain.
Whoa, no. If you think of it in MCU terms, not comic book.
He's a villain, bro. Like, let's not even do that. He's a villain. Not only did he's a villain in when you think about it, because when you think about Ross, he's always been after Hulk. Even the Hulk